What is going on, YouTube? This is World War Black Ops Pro, and today we're going to talk about the score streaks in Black Ops 3 and why I think some major changes need to occur with them. Because a lot of people out there are saying that Black Ops 3 is the best streaks ever, that Black Ops 3 streaks aren't par with Black Ops 2 streaks and MW2 streaks, and that they're just great and that they're fun to use. However, in this gameplay and also through the examples I talked about, you're going to realize that Black Ops 2 streaks are broken and that they need to be fixed and that there needs to be a major adjustment to them before November 6th. Now in the gameplay you'll see 22 and 2 safeguard on the map evac. I actually do get a Mothership in this gameplay, but the Mothership doesn't do anything. And that's a big problem with this game because if you have the biggest streak in the game and it does absolutely nothing, yeah, that's a big problem. And we'll get into why I think Vonderhaar purposely nerfed that. But let's get into the streak. So, as you may know, we have a lot of the same streaks from BO2. For example, the HCXD is basically just like the RCXD, but it hovers, hence the H in the name. I'm not sure why Vonderhaar keeps bringing this streak back. I think it's just because noobs like to get that one free kill, because he's been bringing it back since Black Ops 1, and not too many people are too excited about that, but you know, whatever, it's the same RC car. The UAV, it costs 425 points to get, and yeah, that essentially means it takes 5 kills to get, but it's still spammed. People still use this streak way too often, and you know, unfortunately, Ghost doesn't counter it too much, so maybe that needs to be adjusted a little bit there. The care package, no real complaints about it. It's the same as always. The counter UAV, it's the same as always. Although I don't like the fact that UAVs can be hacked, so maybe that needs to change. The dart is basically like the 100 kill drone of the year 2065. So instead of it the AI kicking in and just giving you a free kill, you throw the dart and you have to find the enemy yourself. So at least it put some skill into getting that kill. I mean, the 100 kill drone was just a no skill kill. Literally, you just throw it in the air and it finds the target for you. This, it takes skill. It's kind of like the Valkyrie rockets from Black Ops 1. So I like what Vonderhaar did there, but let's move on. The Guardian. Why, Vonderhaar, did you bring back the Guardian? Now, I know people in Black Ops 2 abuse the crap out of this thing. They Guardian trapped on Nuketown, or they camped like the Black Worm, or they did some other type of camping technique with this Guardian thing. Now, I'm a camper myself, so I'm not complaining too much, but Vonderhaar, for the sake of balance, why would he bring the Guardian back? It just doesn't make sense. But another thing about this kill streak list from the beta is that the sentry gun is notably absent. So, Vaughn, I mean, of course, I think you figured out sentry guns were pretty OP in Black Ops 2, so you decided to take them out, so props to you. The Hellstorm missile, okay, this is by far the best streak in the game as of the beta. Because what you do, it's basically a Hellstorm missile from Black Ops 2. It costs 700 points to get, and it has a cluster bomb payload, so what that means is you can, when the rocket's coming down, you can make the warhead, you know, split into multiple rockets, and these individual rockets will track the enemy and kill them. This has a tendency to get 5 and 6 man feeds, which, let's be honest guys, the maps are tiny and they're open. So, you know, now we have a Hellstorm missile which can track enemies, but also the maps are the smallest, pretty much the smallest they've ever been, and the maps are wide open with very little cover. So Vonderhaar, that's just a recipe for disaster. This thing needs to be toned down because I know the maps are just too small, and in an ideal world, yeah, Vaughn, I could just say make the maps bigger. But that's not going to work because, you know, the Hellstorm takes up half the map, pretty much. But, yeah, at very least, you need to make it so that the cluster bomb at the end can't track enemies. That's just stupid. Needs to be taken care of. Okay, the Lightning Strike had received a pretty big nerf from the Black Ops 2 one, so it doesn't come in unannounced, pretty much. The announcer actually says, like, oh, the enemy Lightning Strike targeting systems are active, so it gives you a little bit of warning. But when it comes in, you just get a bunch of hit markers, so I think that definitely needs to be buffed, but not to the Black Ops 2 point of it, but just enough to make it worth using. Now, the Rolling Thunder, this is pretty much like the Rolling Thunder's kill streak from Black Ops 1. Except this one, like, drops marshmallows or something. It doesn't do anything. You get hit markers. So, in Black Ops 1, I mean, you call it a B-52 and you just carpet bomb the whole map. And that was great. But in this one, you drop drones or something that do barely any damage to get hit markers. I mean, for a kill streak this high up, like a mid-level streak, you should be getting some kills with it, not just hit markers. The Talon is like the Dragonfire. No complaints really about this. I mean, I've used it a little bit, but it seems to function pretty normally. Although I do find these things annoying, so yeah. So the Cerebrus, I actually don't remember using this one. I believe it's like a robot sort of thing, like the GI unit, but I can't be 100% sure because I didn't really run it all that much. So yeah, I'm moving on. So the Wraith is like it's like an attack helicopter slash stealth chopper from Black Ops 2. Except the only problem with this one is that it can be hacked. Oh man, the Black Hat really needs to be toned down because this thing can be hacked and it can be turned against you. So at the moment, I think this is balanced properly in terms of power, but I mean, it's still pretty high up there, and given all the bullshit in BO2, he's getting you kill off streaks, I think maybe it needs to be toned down a little bit. Okay guys, and if you can see in the gameplay, I did call my Mothership right there. Keep in mind that is a 1600 point streak, and in BO2 that would get you a warship, V2 warship, so look how much work that the Mothership does. Just keep that in mind, and see exactly why Vonderhaar needs to massively buff this streak if it's to be usable come November. Okay, next we have the Hater, which the Hater works exactly like the Blackbird and the VSAT from Black Ops 2. However, there's a catch with this one. It can be shot down and it can be hacked. Vonderhaar, what were you thinking? Okay, I know you want to cater to the noobs and you don't want people to pub stomp all day. But really? Shot down? It's 1150 point score streak that's hard to get, Vonderhaar. It shouldn't be hacked, it shouldn't be shot down, end of story. Next we got the Raps. With the Raps, they sometimes do get you kills. They just roll on the ground and, you know, they target enemies and they blow up near them. And you can kill the Raps. They're kind of like a tag dog, but personally I like the dogs better. So Vonderhaar, just bring back the dogs, man. Stop trying to make all this futuristic BS. If you need to incorporate a futuristic theme, just give us Robo Dogs. I mean, why not? Next we get the Power Core, which the Power Core, let's be honest guys, the Power Core is the EMP. However, it's just severely toned down. So it doesn't affect your HUD map that too much, or as much as the UAV, as the EMP did. But the big problem with this is that it can be destroyed by the enemy team. You just place it in a corner, and it can be destroyed, which is quite unfortunate, given that how small these maps are. It's sure to be found, and given how fast the spawns flip on maps like Combine. Yeah, I think Vonderhaar was really trying to tone down these top-notch kill streaks to make it more fair for the noobs, and that's what I'm really getting with these kill streaks. That's the impression I'm getting. Okay, the GI unit, haven't used this myself, but I've seen gameplay of it, and I've been killed by it once. You know, the Vondernator in the Black Ops 3 trailer I made. Yeah, this thing is pretty powerful, but then again, it should be powerful for being this high up. I believe it's a 1500 point streak. Yeah, it should be powerful, so I think it's balanced about right. And last but not least, we have the Mothership. Oh my god, Vonderhaar, what the hell were you thinking? The V2 warship from Black Ops 2 was near perfect in terms of balance. I mean, maybe it was overpriced a little bit, but in terms of power, it was just right. So too was the gunship from Black Ops 1, that 11 kill streak thing. But this isn't worthy of being a 1600 point streak. It's not worthy of being the highest streak in the game. Vonderhaar, it's hard to get hit markers. The minigun is very inaccurate, and the splash damage is pretty much non-existent. And even when you do get hit markers, it takes like 5 of them to kill someone. So yeah, you're in the score streak for a minute if it doesn't get shot down, but you're getting hit markers. You may be getting only 1 or 2 kills for all that work. Vonderhaar, stop trying to protect the noobs. Give us overpowered streaks. Okay, I don't care. MW2 streaks were great. We want AC-130s. We want chopper gunners. We want Pavlos. We want those type of streaks, Vonderhaar. Stop trying to protect the noobs. No spawn protection. Just give us what we want, okay? It's not that hard, Vaughn. You got it right in Black Ops 1, and you got it right with the streaks for the most part in Black Ops 2. So why take a step back? Last, we got a surprise streak. It's probably like a dog's or some version of the nuke or something. Not exactly sure what that is, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully it's not underpowered like the other streaks. So anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on the Black Ops 3 streaks. So obviously, these streaks aren't as powerful as the Black Ops 2 streaks. and a lot of them definitely should be buffed. Otherwise, we're not going to be getting that full Call of Duty experience that we want. We want powerful streaks. We don't want ghost NAW streaks, which are just weak. So anyway, guys, let David Vonderhaar know what you think about these streaks and why they need to change and what needs to change. And also, don't forget that these streaks are just so high up in terms of points that a lot of them need to be brought down by a significant amount in order to be viable, especially the Mothership, because let's be honest, guys, 1,600 points for a Mothership, who's going to get that in Black Ops 3? I mean, Black Ops 2, you can get a VTOL because you can, the maps had better flow to them, and you could actually predict enemy spawns, but in this game, yeah, that's not going to happen. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the commentary. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. It's been World of War, and see you guys later.